Hey guys, OG Albina here, bringing you guys yet another Pokemon Champions video. Today we're going to be showcasing Mega Metagross, a Pokemon I absolutely love. One of my favorite Mega Pokemon in the game, or favorite Pokemon in general. My two favorite are Salamence and Metagross. I'm a big Gen 3 guy. But I really want to show off how strong this Pokemon really can be. I've had a really awesome team built by Fairtree, which we did recently showcase, I think, with our Mega Blaziken video. So they're making some goated teams right now. Big shouts to them. This is their team that they got top 32 in the St. Jude Tour recently. It has some really fun stuff, like a really annoying fat defensive core of Snorlax plus Toxapex, alongside things like obviously Metagross, Dragonite, two offensive Megas, a really bulky, or not bulky, a really offensive Sneasler with coaching to boost up said Metagross and potentially said Snorlax, as well as a really annoying Ninetales as well. So really fun team. Wanted to give it a go. There's a replica code up top, as well as the stats right here if you'd like to replicate in any way, shape, and form. And yeah, with that being said, if you guys do enjoy, drop a like on the video. If you're new here, drop a sub. I'll see you guys with some battles here in a second. All right, first game, and unfortunately, it doesn't look like we have particularly a great matchup with our Metagross into Delphox. It's really actually quite a terrible matchup into Delphox in general. It feels quite awful. It feels quite awful right now. I do think like there's potential for like Toxapex plus Snorlax in the lead. Like I think that lead combination is quite strong. And then in the back, it can be Dragonite probably. Like Dragonite plus Ninetales. It doesn't seem particularly terrible. We'll see. I think we're gonna have to super whittle things down though. We're gonna have to super whittle things down though. So we'll see. Unfortunately, not getting to showcase our showcase Mon with our first game, but what can you do? What can you do? So it is going to be Chomp wins, which is like worst case scenario, you know? Like absolute worst case scenario. But hey, what can you do? We're going to go ahead and try and yawn this Whimsicott, and I think we're going to have to pivot immediately out into Ninetales. If we can do that, I think we can exert some pretty good offensive pressure. We can exert some pretty okay offensive pressure, I think. So, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I'm not quite expecting EQ. I guess Tantrum. Tantrum coming my way would be quite annoying. But not a lot of Chomps are running Tantrum right now, though. You know what I mean? So maybe it's Text to preserve Sash. Yeah. Tech plus EQ. Interesting. Okay, here's the EQ. Just don't 2-hit KO me. Doesn't 2-hit KO me. Kinda. Okay. Here's a Yawn. We will once again click Yawn, and I think click a Blizzard. Yawn and a Blizzard. They're just going to hope I don't hit them, which is a great play. They're just going to really hope for the best. Hit the Garchomp. Hit the Garchomp at least. Good. Yeah, that's like a really bad play, but we'll take that, you know? It's good for me. It's good for me. So down goes Garchomp. I mean, what a play. What a play. We're going to yawn this guy, so it'll go to sleep next turn if it stays in, which is good for me. We can pivot out our Ninetales and hopefully exert some offensive pressure here. Delphoxorino. Delphoxorino. We're going to go ahead and pop a Yawn here into Delphox. And I'm wondering if it's worth pivoting into our Toxapex here instead. Is it worth pivoting into Toxapex, or is it worth going hard D-Knight? I think it's Toxapex because if Moonblast comes into... No, wrong slot. Yawn, Delphox, Ninetales, Toxapex. I think it has to be because if they Moonblast into my, what do you call it, slot, I'm in a really bad position. Annihilate is going to come out. Okay. Does this bulk up Annihilate with like no support for it? That'd be really interesting. It'd be a fucking pain, actually. It'd be really annoying. Let's see. We should have any one hit here on our Lax. Heat Wave is going to come out. It's fine. We are thick fat, so we take it quite well. Take it quite well. There's a yawn into the Delphox. Hex is going to get a little bit of lefties back, which is nice. And I think from this position, it's going to be hard D-Knight and a Toxic on this Annihilate slot. If I get a Toxic on the Annihilate, we're in a pretty good position. I'm going to see a pivot out into Whimsicott. Fine. I really wish I had Air Slash on this D-Knight now, but T-Bolt makes sense, right? Like, T-Bolt isn't bad at all. So we're going to leverage our multi-scale a little bit here, which is nice. There's a Toxic. Okay. And I think I'll once again pivot out into Lax. Pop my Citrus and get a Toxic off on this Whimsy. We shouldn't see a Drain Punch into that slot. We will go ahead and Toxic the Whimsicott. Whimsicott's shown Protects, Sunny Day, Tailwind, Moonblast, so it doesn't even have Encore, which is really nice for me here. Like, that's really nice for me here. Here's a Moonblast. We're going to get our health back with Citrus Berry. And it is Bulk Up 8. It's pretty interesting. Okay. Here's a Toxic. It's shown Moonblast, Sunny Day. Has it shown Tailwind? Has it even clicked Tailwind yet? Has it even clicked it yet? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. No. Sun's almost gone, though, which is nice. We're going to go ahead and click Protect here. And I think pop an Infest into this Whimsicott. Okay. You see Delphox come back out, which is quite interesting. Here's the Drain Punch, Infest. Okay. So we lock this Delphox in, which is in its own right nice. That part of this is nice. We're going to go ahead and get some lefties back. We are back up to full, basically, which is really clutch. Things are getting chipped. Things are getting chipped. Things are getting chipped. And we have to pivot Ninetales. And we're going to pop a Protector on Pex. We're going to pop a Protector on Pex. And go from there. And we'll see. We will see. There's a Protect on our Pex. Psychic comes right into us, so it's not Slice Shock, which is good, because we're pretty for death. Drain Punch is going to come out. That's a decent chunk. We're going to get a lot of health back. Though, again, the Toxic Chip is starting to pick up on them. Which I also do appreciate a ton. That's obviously very, very nice. And now what I think we can do is I'm wondering if just clicking Blizzard is worth Blizzard plus Toxic on this Delphox to really start chipping it down. Yeah, they're going to Heat Wave, so that's really nice. Not having to worry about taking this hit is really, really clutch for me. We haven't shown, what do we call it yet? Which is really good, our Wide Guard. So they might not only have it. Ragers is going to come out. It's +1, but it's non-boosted. Like, it hasn't gotten any boost yet, because we haven't directly attacked the Annihilator yet. And they haven't used any means of directly attacking us yet, which is clutch. So Delphox is going to take a bunch of damage here. The only tough part of this is I'm in a position where, like, I really can't attack into this, this Delphox, which is quite annoying. I mean, into this Annihilate, which is really, really annoying, but it's all good. It's all good. We're going to go D-Knight here. I think D-Knight's definitely going to be the play here. We'll Mega Evolve and I think just drop a Draco. on Delphox's head. Mega Evolve, drop a Draco, and then this is just going to be a Protect. Keep our Toxapex safe from both Psychic as well as a Rage Fist coming out. Our D-Knight should live any hit from Delphox as well and get off a big Draco Meteor. Like a really, really big Draco Meteor. The Delphox obviously can't switch out as well, and once Delphox goes down, I'm pretty sure our Toxapex can just win. Annihilape's going to switch out, so no more bulk up boost, which is really good for me. That's really good for me. That's really, really good for me. We're going to pop a Draco. Imagine if I Heat Waved like a beast. Imagine if I Heat Waved like a beast. Use a Protect. Keep ourselves safe. Make the right play, but I'm not sure it particularly matters. So here's Draco. Down goes Delphox. And we'll see. And I'm pretty sure the play here is just going to be Infest into the Whimsicott. And we might be able to outlast this. We'll see. We took a lot of damage there from the Psychic, which is unfortunate. The real goated play would have been like Infest into the Whimsicott slot. We would have had Protect Leverage this next turn, which is nice. But I'm also 99% sure this Whimsicott just like is not Encore, and as long as it's not Encore, I think we're okay. As long as it's not Encore, I think we're okay. So, we'll see. We will see. We will see. But yeah, let's get it done. I think we can win this one. I think we can win this one. Tough that it's not a Metagross showcase, but it's just kind of hard to bring Metagross into Mega Delphox. You know, like it's really hard to bring Metagross into Mega Delphox. Maybe a better player than I could position that for a win. It's not me though. It's really not me. They're thinking a lot. They only have one Pokemon to go into, so I'm not quite sure why they're thinking a lot, but they are. They for sure are. I'm really not too sure why. I'm not too sure why. We'll see. I'm hoping it's not a connection issue on my end. That would really suck, because I think we're in a winning position. Like, I think we're in a winning position. So this DCing would really, really frustrate me. I don't know. It's still connecting. So at this point, it's definitely a connection issue. So we'll see. I don't know. Definitely a little worrisome right now. Definitely a little worrisome right now. Okay, now it comes back out. Hopefully it wasn't too long of a wait. What I think we have to do is this is going to be pivoting out Snorlax. And we're going to pop an Infest into this Toxapex. I mean, into this Whimsicott. This will cover a Moonblast into our Lax slot. We're going to do our absolute best to, like, really, really start to chip things down. I don't know how optimal it is for me to click Infest or not into this Annihilate is the issue, right? Because if I boost it once, right? I don't think the second, like, the ticks afterwards boost Rage Fist, but the initial Infestation hit will boost Rage Fist. And that's quite bad. That's quite bad, so I don't know how viable of a position we're finding ourselves in right now. I don't know how viable a position we're finding ourselves in right now. Something I think that they can do, or I can do, is I think I'm going to be a little bit aggressive and not protect my Snorlax next turn, because I think they're going to think I'm going to protect it to get extra turns and things like that. And I can get a big Body Slam potentially off into the Whimsicott, which I think would be really nice. They're going to Moonblast. Does this 2-hit KO me from here? 1 for 4? It does not. Okay. So bare minimum, they won't get a lot of HP back if I don't recover. Rage Fist, it's not going to do anything. This is no longer boosted at all, so this is fine. I need to hit this Infest. We hit it, which is wonderful. That's absolutely great. And what we do here is this is going to be a Body Slam. Again, might be a little bit of an aggressive play, but I think that Body Slam is just our better play. I think that Body Slam is just our better play. And this covers the Annihilate wanting to stay in and attack into us and whatever it may be, you know? So while we are walled, if they want to Moonblast into our Lax, they're going to find themselves in a tough position. They're gonna find themselves in a tough position. Oh my goodness, what is going on with the connection? What is going on with the connection? Okay. So yeah, we're gonna be a little bit aggressive here, and I'm actually going to body slam. And then pop a protect here. Just to not take a little bit of extra damage from Rage Fist. It's not like I really get much out of infestationing and calling the Whimsicott not attacking anyways. I guess I would get protect leverage next turn, but I think that's okay. They could also totally bulk up here. I could see a bulk up popping here. But Body Slam plus Infest plus Toxic should knock out Whimsicott. And this 15-minute game 1 should be enough. So, well, we'll see. We'll see. I could be wrong. We'll see. We will see for sure. Let's see. They're either really thinking or the connection is just absolutely terrible, which is like the worst game for the connection to be this bad. Because it's already a long game. Okay, they just didn't know what to do. You know what? Whatever. We'll take it. I think we won that game anyways. We're just gonna say my play was right, and then we won. So let's get a Metagross game next time maybe. Let me a little coaching plus Metagross, please. Alrighty, really interesting team. Wow, really interesting. What in the world is the Pele doing here? What in the hell is the Pele doing here? Okay. So how do we want to handle this? I do like Metagross a lot in this battle. I think Metagross is incredibly powerful here. I think potentially going Metagross plus Sneasler upon lead is actually really strong here. It actually feels incredibly potent. I do like my Ninetales a lot. And then last slot, oof. It's a little bit tough. If I can handle... Ooh, the last slot just feels like kind of a dead slot. Honestly, this is a really cool team. This is not looking great for us. I think if I can handle the Raichu, that my Toxapex looks strong. So we'll take that. We'll take that maybe. But yeah, we'll see. I'm hoping Metagross can break through early in order to let things like Ninetales plus Toxapex like really break through later. So see how it goes. We are actually going to see Sylveon plus Farigiraf, and I'm totally fine with that. This is just going to be a coaching plus a Meteor Mash into the Farig. This will do so much damage. This is a great position for me. We should see Sylveon protecting or switching. Like, Sylveon should be protecting or switching. There's no other way around it. And if this is like Spadef Farigiraf, I wonder if it just dies. Give me a good Metagross game. Give me one good Metagross game. There's a protect. Farig, it does not die, by the way. Double up would have just been better. If it's max HP, there's a good chance it can die. But that's it. Oh, there's another attack boost. Psychic? Oh, we're gonna go down the Sash. This is actually... That's really good for us. Okay. Beautiful turn. Incredible turn. The Sash coming up super clutch. They're not gonna forfeit. Okay, I really want to get off. I really want to get this off, you know? We're going to go ahead and Dire Claw into the Sylveon, though. It's either has to switch, or it's going to... Oh. Okay, that's still fine, though. Because we get kill on the Farig. We targeted the right Mon. Farig is going to die and not get a Trick Room. And we have a +1, or a +2 Metagross on the field. So I don't know what particularly takes this hit, though. I really don't. So, we'll see. We'll see. I think we go Toxapex here, though. This should be Toxapex. Scrafty is going to get off a double Intim, which I'm not super pogged out on. But we have a +1 boost, and we'll be back at neutral. So getting the actual drop was actually really good. It's going to get double Intim, though, with its Mega. If you want to see another Mega Scrafty showcase, go ahead and check the last video we uploaded. Little plug skis right there. It's honestly a really fun mod. Pretty annoying here, to be completely honest with you. This is not great for us. But yeah. We'll see. Maybe not the best position. Not the worst. Not the best, but not the worst. If we can get a Meteor Mash plus a Toxic off, we might not be in the worst position in the world. Maybe Pele? It is Pele. It's gonna be a Mega, right? Yeah, Scraftonite. I'm about to go let someone give me Scraftonite. Beast. Okay. There's be another attack drop. We are neutral now. They fake us out, which also totally feels fine, to be honest with you. Just get a Toxic off here. Also, shouts to the purple hoodie. Shouts to Kurt. It's very, like, the most Kurt-pilled Pokemon ever. The shiny is so tough. It's very Kirby-pilled. It's my goat. We're going to get a Toxic off in this Scrafty, which I think is quite huge, actually. We're going to pivot out of our Metagross because I find it very important in order to kind of handle these bigger threats here. We can also protect. We can also protect. I really do think that we're going to see a, what do you call it, come out, though. I think we're going to see a Weather Ball come out. And, like, getting off that would be so unbelievably clutch for me. And then getting off a Toxic on this Pelipper will also be huge. So we're going to pivot into Ninetales. We're going to get rid of their weather. Our Ninetales will also get a Snow Boost, which is really nice. Not going to take the most damage from this Scrafty. And it also covers... Okay, the knock is really nice to avoid. That's crit, huh? Yeah, it's annoying. This will make them not as accurate with Hurricane. It makes Weather Ball not as strong. They try and double into my Metagross slot, which is also totally fine. We are going to get a Toxic off on the Pelly. And we're going to spam Toxic into that slot. We're going to spam Toxic into that slot. And I'm just going to click Blizzard. Shipping this Scrafty is really just kind of the main issue that we need to get across. So we're going to go ahead and click said Blizzard. And we're going to go ahead and Toxic into the Pelly because it'll catch the Sylveon. Maybe just infesting into the Scrafty was better. That's okay. Maybe just infesting into the Scrafty was better, but that's okay. Okay, that was a bad play, but it's okay. I can't believe that worked. I really can't believe that worked. That seems silly, but it's okay. Drain Punch, do we live? Do. Yeah, that was silly. Maybe they do it again. Maybe they do it again. We'll see. We'll see. I will say our, what do you call it, is looking incredibly strong. Yeah, I figured they would just scout for Freeze Dry and not just die, but I mean, if they want to give it to me, they can give it to me. I'm going to go ahead and infest here. I think I can also just protect. I think that's a bad play if they go hard Sylveon here. So I'm just going to Freeze Dry plus infest. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. See, that's why I think it's silly. I think that was a silly one. I'm gonna be so honest with you. I think that's so silly, but whatever. Whatever. Okay, here's an infest. There's a little bit more chip. It's going to take a lot of chip, to be completely honest. A little bit more is a lot of more. And what I'm going to do is just Blizzard, get off damage if I can, and then pop a Toxic here, I think, on the Sylveon. As long as I can do that, I think we're in an okay position. It really just matters how bulky this, what do you call it is. Maybe we could have protected, but it's all good. If anything, I want to get out into my next Pokemon here, like really bad. So, yeah, there's a Toxic. There's a Toxic. And we're going to pop a double protect this next turn. Ugh, one turn away. One turn away. Just one turn away. Or what we can do is we can pop a Stomping Tantrum here. Plus a Protect. Yeah, I think it's Stomping Tantrum plus Protect. Because it's not like this Sylveon can really do anything to me. And having the Protect active for next turn for Metagross is actually quite clutch. So we'll go with that. Here's a Tantrum into the Scrafty. We protected in case it was like random Hyper Beam. Okay, it is Hyper Voice, but that shouldn't do that much, to be honest with you. Yeah, it shouldn't do that much. So Snow's gonna stop. Snow's gonna stop. And what is Big Pelly at? So I think my most optimal play is going to be Protect plus Infest. I think it'll be Protect plus Infest. And we'll go from there. The Sylveon realistically should just be spamming attacks, I think. Sylveon should just be spamming attacks, I'm pretty sure, but we'll see. Let's see. Pelipper. Psychic Things does do a lot. Here's a Weather Ball. Here's a Hyper Voice. We're gonna get an Infestation off, right? Which is really good. Okay. It's gonna be inflicted by Infestation. 62%. This should die after this turn. We're gonna go ahead and Psychic Fangs and Wide Guard. Wide Guard's gonna be our best bet into not taking any damage on our Metagross here. There's Psychic Fangs is enough to kill. It is enough to kill, so that's gonna be game. Awesome, cool, good Metagross showcase. Good Metagross showcase. We take it. We take it. Awesome. This guy will be dead to Psychic Fangs. They should forfeit, and they are going to forfeit. Cool. I'll take it. We've defeated Joe's Burgers. Awesome. Cool. Good Metagross showcase game. I'm happy with that one. Let's go ahead and get another one. Oh yeah, welcome to the ladder. Really, actually, I guess there is a variation on this team. There's a Mega Metagross on this, like, pretty standard core of, like, Chomp Arrow, Yard, Sylveon. And there's also the Instant, which is pretty interesting. I think because of that, I actually quite like Toxapex plus Dragonite lead. I think, like, the Wide Guard, plus, like, clicking a really strong T-Bolt on turn 1 is actually really, really strong. I do like having my Ninetales in the back as a backup measure for this. Something I'm a little bit worried about is if we see Metagross come. If we see Metagross come, I'm actually in quite a predicament. I think Sneasler in the back as like a way of like really, really damaging the Sylveon is also really clutch. So we'll see. We'll see. I do think this is definitely a D-Knight game, though. I think D-Knight is just better into these Sun teams, or into these Yard teams. Not necessarily the Sun, but Charizard Y teams. But we will definitely see. We'll see. But yeah. Whew, okay. The Metagross is a little bit worrisome. I think I'm a little bit underprepared for that Pokemon in particular. That Pokemon in particular, I'm definitely not leading well into. I think, or not positioned well into, I guess is the better way of saying it. But I think my, like, Coaching plus Metagross mode would be really, really strong into that. I'm not quite sure they'd want to go for that. I think, like, Tailwind plus Yard is pretty consistently just better, and they have more outs in that kind of scenario. I guess another bad scenario here would be if they lead something like Yard plus Garchomp. That'd be kind of bad, but again, not the end of the world. Sylveon Arrow. Okay. Okay. So what I think here is just going to be Wide Guard plus T-Bolt. They could call it, but they'd have to go for like a Hyper Beam, you know? So Wide Guard plus T-Bolt should be pretty strong here in this lead scenario. Wide Guard plus T-Bolt should be pretty strong. Now, this Sylveon is going to be a whole different issue on its own. And again, dude, my Mega Metagross lead is phenomenal here. So I'm a little, maybe not super happy about that position, but it's okay. Here's a Wide Guard. We're going to protect ourselves from both Rock Slide as well as Hyper Voice, unless they're Ice Fang and freaking, I don't know, something. We're in an okay spot. Yeah, this is a good turn for us. Them getting up Tailwind isn't great, but it's outside of just them clicking, what do you call it? Thunderbolt, down a Sash. Okay, here's a crit. Now, I don't think they should click a double attack here. I really don't. I don't think they should Hyper Voice here. I think, like, if anything, they might click Hyper Beam. And if that's the case, I think I'm actually really good off click and, like, switching to Garchomp. So we're going to make a little bit of an aggressive play. I'm going to go ahead and click Toxic into the Sylveon and get off a Draco. I don't think there's any reason for you to stay and just click the same thing again. It just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense to me. So, you've seen what happens, you know? You've seen that I can just spam Wide Guard in front of this lead. So I think it's going to be like a reposition from them. So if I get off a big Draco here into a switch-in, we're going to be in a really good position. Be very surprised to see them Rock Slide Hyper Voice, though. I just don't think you get anything out of it. I really don't think you get anything out of that. I'm very surprised that's happening right here. I'm very surprised. And it's gonna be Hyper Beam. Okay, so it is Hyper Beam plus 1. But again, if I just Wide Guard again, you know. I can see the flinch coming too. I can feel it in my bones. I can feel it in my bones. I really can. I can feel it. Okay, don't get flinched. Booyah! Okay. Now, how do we want to approach this? How do I want to approach this? This could either be Ninetales plus Wide Guard. Really isn't bad. I think I like that because I can leverage my switch in the back with my Sash. I actually don't hate that at all. We're going to Wide Guard here. And I'm just going to click Blizzard. They could also click Wide Guard, I suppose, but yeah. Here's a Wide Guard. It's just gonna be a Dueling Beat. Whatever. Get off a little bit of damage. Not the end of the world. Sylveon's gonna need to recharge, which means it does have to take a fat Blizzard here, which is good. Like that, plus taking extra Toxic Chip is just good for us, you know? Just good position. Get a little bit of leftovers back with Pex. Pex is basically back to full, which is really nice. They're going to have to go Zard here. I think they literally have to go Zard here. Oh, they brought Metagross and not Zard. Yeah. We're going to Infest here and I think Protect. Oh, yeah. No, we lose. They brought the Metagross. You know, good call from them. Good call from them. Because this looks quite bad. No D-Knight means we, like, literally can't beat this Pokemon. No D-Knight means we literally can't beat this Pokemon. So if I just Wide Guarded that other time and, like, T-Bolted, I think we're in a much better position. I'm hoping that we see an Iron Head into our Ninetales and not a Psychic Fangs into our Toxapex. Because then we can start bringing this thing down a little bit, at least. There's going to be a Bullet Punch. Okay. Bullet Puncho. Here should Protect. Okay. Get off an Infestation. That's good. Okay, I really have to hope this isn't a Psychic Fang set. I don't know what my bag is in regarding to that. Like, I don't know how I can call that or not. But, hey, we'll see what we can do. I feel like it is. We have to Wide Guard here because the Sylveon Hyper Voice is just going to like smoke us. Is it just clicking Blizzard? I feel like it is just clicking Blizzard and sacking my guy. I don't think I can give up my Sash like that. I really don't. They're just gonna kill me. Ah! Really bad. Really, really quite bad. Okay. Sneasler! I believe in you. I believe in you, Sneasler. I do. I really, really do. I'm just kidding. I don't really believe in Sneasler that much. I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay. Now, is there any aggressive call we can make that would put us in a good position here. Is there any aggressive call we can make that would put us in a good position here? Because this is going to be a Hyper Beam from Sylveon, right? I think it's Fake Out into the Sylveon. Yeah, because this also covers them quick attacking to break our Sash. So we made the right call there. I don't know how much it matters, to be completely honest with you. Also, if there's a Garchomp in the back, we literally just lose. And, like, there's nothing we can do about that. There's, like, literally nothing we can do about that. We will just lose the game. I don't have a way out from that. So, don't be Garchomp in the back, or you smell. Metagross plus this core is actually just really, really nasty here. It feels really, really gross. No, Garchomp! Garchomp smells! Garchomp's so bad here. Fuck! Yo! Alright, we're gonna Toxic here, and we're gonna have to hope that Close Combat is enough to pick up a KO on Metagross after all the chip. We are going to have to hope. That's all we got. That's all we got. I don't think we do 60 with Close Combat. I really don't think we do 60 with Close Combat. I don't. Close Combat, be enough. Be enough. Not quite. Not quite. Not quite enough. Oh, hold up a second. Hold up a second. Now you wait a damn second. Does this die to... Hold on. They didn't double into my Sneasler. It is Psychic Fangs, by the way. Bad. That's bad. I really need this to die now. I really need this to die to Infest. I really need this to die to Infest. I really need this to die to Infest. I don't remember what it was at after Close Combat. I don't remember where it was. Oh! Not enough. Yeah, not enough. We're going to Protect. And we're going to try and Close Combat. My way of winning is them overplaying and thinking I'm going to protect my Sneasler, but I don't have it, so I can't. If I did, I actually totally could, but I don't have it, so I think I just lose. They should just Bullet Punch me. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, they threw. 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 Hold on a second. 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 So you're saying there's a chance? I don't think I can live a Life Orb Earthquake, though. So I think it's going to be double Protect Gaming. So close. The Infestation ended right at the end. Okay, well, what can you do? I mean, cool team. Really cool team. Tough matchup for sure. Like, I think the Metagross plus that core is really strong into us. Oh, just brought the wrong mons. The Zard exerted so much pressure that I felt like I couldn't bring my own Metagross. And my own Metagross felt actually like it would have been really strong in that matchup. So it happens. Let's get another one. All right, looks like we have double Mega in D-Knight plus Frostlass here, which is quite interesting for sure. I do actually like my Metagross plus Sneasler combination a lot. I think it's actually quite strong here. I do also think there's a universe where we can go like frontline, like Toxapex plus Snorlax. I think that's also quite strong here. Not the end of the world. The Sneasler, opposing Sneasler is definitely annoying though. Opposing Sneasler is definitely annoying. I'm wondering if there's a universe where we can go like Lax plus Metagross upon lead and go from there. I don't hate that idea at all actually. And then going like backline Toxapex Sneasler. Yeah, let's try that. Let's try that. We're so weak to Garchomp, by the way. No shit. We're so weak to Garchomp. It's okay. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. We're so fine. We're so fine. We're so fine. Okay. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I've been on a bit of a skid lately. I really wish I just had a... I wish I just had a Frostlass. I really wish I did. I really wish I did. It's okay, though. We're going to go ahead. We don't... Oh, we don't have Ice Punch on this one. I was testing a team with Ice Punch before. Don't have that on this one. I don't. So we're just going to pop a Yawn, I think, into this Garchomp and Protect, and hopefully the Garchomp doesn't Protect on a Tailwind. That'd be bad. That'd be really, really bad. So, Ballsy! That's bad. We really need to get off a yawn this turn. They're going to Mega Evolve well. They're really slow on their D9, it looks like, because they're slower than my Metagross. Or they're modest, I guess is the way of saying it. Yeah, we're going to protect first. Show me no protect on Garchizzy. It's fine. Perfecto. Life Orb? It is Life Orb, as they all are. Okay. See, Dragon Pulse. We're gonna get a little bit of health back here. We are Citrus a Berry. Okay. Now, what I think I can do from here, I think this is actually going to be a Sneasler pivot. Maybe Beta Boost. I'm gonna Beta Boost here. Just in case it also covers like random King Gambit coming in, and I'm gonna pivot hard Sneasler in my last slot. If I get Beta Boost, maybe there's a little bit more of a chance here, you know? Maybe there's a little bit more of a chance here. A little bit more of a chance. A little bit more of a chance. They are gonna withdraw so they don't just lose their Thanos Mon into me. There's King Gambit. That's good. Okay. We're gonna get out of Sneasler. There's Meteor Mash. Boop, 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 boop. Nothing. Flamethrower is quite tough. Holy shit, that's a lot of damage. What a crit. Well. Awesome. Congrats, man. Congrats for that one. That's great for you. I am very glad to see. We're gonna try and call this King Gambit protecting. Okay. Sure. Sure. There's gonna be protect. Okay. That's a really, really unfortunate burn. That's really frustrating. That's incredibly frustrating. Even a 20% Metagross is still a Metagross. You know what I mean? Like, we're gonna Meteor Mash again, try and get off some damage, and we'll close combat into this King Gambit. I hope it's not Sucker plus attack, but it could be. It could be. Here's a Sneasler. They went full offense against us. We're gonna get a big close combat off here on Garchomp, which I think is nice. I will take that. I really wish we were White Herb in this instance, but we're not. We're not. We're gonna get a big hit off on the Sneasler, though. Now, imagine if we weren't burnt. Don't die. We died. Again, a pretty frustrating combo of events, right? A pretty frustrating combination of events. So, what can you do? We're going to go ahead and try and protect here on our Toxapex, as well as switch out on our Sneasler, because I don't actually have protect on it. So not a great turn of events for your hero. I think we, despite a bad lead, actually positioned decently well. And yeah, what can you do? They were so weak to Ninetales too. I really wish I just let Ninetales. We have to make this play. And there's our Rock Slide. Okay, there's a Life Orb. Whatever. Now, the only issue is I don't really have a play here. I'm kind of pinned in this scenario. I think I'm quite pinned. I do feel quite pinned. We're going to go ahead and infest into that opposing Sneasler. And we'll try and Body Slam here. We'll try and Body Slam. There's a Dire Claw. Okay. They're just gonna kill their shit, and I lose. Yeah, what a game. What a game that was. What a game that was. That was a pretty funny one. Okay. Again, we're in a quite a terrible position. We were able to live, and it should die to Infest after this, actually, which is pretty funny. So here's Infest. Oh, little 4% ski. Oh my gosh, that's contact? Are you kidding me? Okay. We're gonna get a little bit of leftovers back. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay. There she blows. We're gonna double KO, baby. A little double KO ski. Okay. Okay. Now, how are we going to do this? How are we going to do this? Is there any way back in here? We see D-Knight come out. D-Knight does have its multi-scale broken. And we see King Gambino. Gambit should protect here. Gambit really should protect here. So I think the play here is to Toxic and fake out into the D-Knight. If they get the play right, then they get it right. They played really aggressively for no reason. And you know what? That happens. They should just protect the D-Knight too, as long as they have it. I think not protecting the D-Knight is incredibly silly. But, yeah, we'll see. This should That's just wrong. Okay. Here's a Toxic. Yeah, I think that was wrong. I think No, I don't think it is, because as long as they Ironhead, I close combat, their D-Knight beats my guy, right? It's just a matter as long as D-Knight kills my guy, and it does it -1. So I'm capping. Like, it is what it is. You get burned by Flamethrower, then you lose. Like, what can you do, right? What can you do? We're gonna try and wide guard. Plus close combat on a throw. But yeah, what can you do? What can you do? Or we'll just wide guard in case they super duper throw in like Heat Wave. It doesn't matter though. They're gonna Sucker Punch and we're gonna lose. Yeah, so that's a frustrating one. But yeah, let's see if we can end on a win at least. Let's see if we can end on a win. All right, we've hit the trenches where we're playing Aromatisse. That's pretty bad. That's not good for us. So I think going Metagross plus Sneasler and like breaking through offensively with that is actually quite strong here. I don't hate that at all. I like my Toxapex plus my Snorlax as well. I think that combination is really annoying and bulky later on, especially if we can eliminate something like the Farigiraf here, which would be really nice. Instant lead wouldn't be as terrible as you'd think because we do have Clear Body pre-Mega, which is nice. So, yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. You see Incin plus Aromatisse. Very interesting. So what we should see is a Protect from the Aromatisse. So I'm going to make a little bit of an aggressive play. I'm actually going to Stomping Tantrum plus Fake Out into the Incin. Get off a lot of big damage here. Get off a lot of big damage here. If we do that, we're not in a terrible position. Not in a terrible position. So Metagross is going to Mega Evolve. Aromatisse, nope, Protect. So, that would have just blown them the fuck up. But sure. They're going to get off a lot of damage here. Is it going to be Citrus? It's not. That's good. Okay. What I think we do here is this is going to be a Protect. Or is it just reposition now? I think we can just Protect here. Protect and Snorlax seems actually quite fine. Yeah, we'll do that. Protect Snorlax. Played a little bit slower. They were really aggressive immediately. If I just Meteor Mashed plus Faked Out the Incin, they just died. But, you know, who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Yeah, who cares? Not going to take much on Lax, which is nice. Parting Shot into the Lax, which is pretty crazy. It's a really, really crazy, crazy aggressive play. People are really tilting me today. I can't lie to you. It's a really, really aggressive play. But what do I know? What do I know? I'm assuming. Where's he, Torkoal? Yeah. Becoming very weakened. And it's gonna be pivot down to Toxapex, and I think a Yawn here into the Torkoal. Into the Torkoal. So, we'll Yawn. Okay, here's a Heat Wave. We're gonna dodge with Lax. It's actually quite nice. I'll take as little damage as humanly possible, you know? I'm not gonna be upset about that. Okay, we're really not taking much damage here, which is good. Get off a Yawn on the little guy, which is good. And I think we can just Toxic into this Aromatisse. Really start to whittle it down. And I think we can just double Yawn into the Torkoal. I think we just double Yawn to the Torkoal. If it wants to switch out so it doesn't go to sleep, we'll put the Incin in an uncomfortable position next turn. To where if it wants to Parting Shot out, it's going to be really, really uncomfortable. If it wants to Parting Shot out, it's going to be really, really uncomfortable. So, Torkoal is going to switch out. That's fine. Probably Incin. Fine. We are not here to do damage on our Lax, like, at all. Just another Dazzle. No, they're going to Heal Pulse into their Snorlax. That's fine, too. Yeah, here's Toxic. Here's a Toxic and a Yawn. So Toxic from Pex. There it goes. Put the Aromatisse on a timer here. Okay. Get a little bit of lefties. And then I think this is just a double protect here. Really try and put them in an awkward position. If the Incin wants to stay in, it can. If the Incin wants to stay in, it can. But this core is incredibly difficult for them to break with the team that they ended up bringing. I don't know what the fourth is. We've only seen Aromatisse, Incin, and Torkoal, but this core does not get broken by those at all. So they can hard switch out. Should be annoying, but not the end of the world, right? Really not the end of the world. Really not the end of the world. We're gonna double protect, and they didn't switch, so this Incin's going to go to bed. Okay, here's an Encore. And here's an Encore. Or a Parting Shot. So this guy's gonna go to bed. We're gonna try and infest this Aromatisse. Trick Room is going to end. So if they want to Trick Room again, they're going to have to take an Infestation, which I think is really annoying for them. And we're just going to spam Yawn into this Incin slot. We're going to spam Yawn into this Incin slot. Yeah, we'll try and infest this. If we can, we're going to be in a good spot. I actually recently just drafted Aromatisse and Snorlax in a league. So, it doesn't start for a couple weeks, but yeah. We'll see. Incin's gonna switch. Torkoal. We're gonna see a Trick Room, but again, you're just gonna get Wide Guard, or you're just gonna get infested. Oh. No, it's gonna be a double switch. Toxapex. There it goes. Beautiful. Okay, here's a Yawn. We're going to make a really aggressive play this next turn. We're actually going to Wide Guard plus switch hard to Metagross. We're going to Wide Guard plus hard Metagross. Because it covers Toxic from Toxapex, which I think is really nice. We're chipping it down. It's actually trapped in here, which is huge for us. I just don't want my Lax to get poisoned, is the main thing. So we're going to click Wide Guard. And we're going to go hard Metagross. to cover any shenanigans. The Torkoal will go to sleep the next turn if it elects to stay in an attack. So, yeah, that's good for us. It's really, really good for us. There's no Trick Room here, which is also really good for us, you know. Just in a good position in general, to be honest with you. We're just in a good position in general. So, yeah, let's see. We're gonna switch out here. No Toxic. No Toxic. No Toxic. Okay, it's gonna switch to Blaze on that Hellcat in general. I wish I'd seen how many turns this thing has gotten sleepy timed, but it's all good. There's a Toxic. And that is fine. It's gonna keep taking some chip. I don't love how much health the Instant has because of that earlier heal pulse. It's quite annoying, but again, not the end of the world, right? Really not the end of the world. We'll see, though. We'll see. We're putting them in an uncomfortable position, right? It's really hard for them to break this Toxapex, Snorlax, Metagross score. Really, really difficult for them. Really, really difficult for them. Especially being that their fourth is their own Toxapex. So, yeah, I'll take it. Just couldn't let the Lax get poisoned, basically, right? Okay. We're going to bank on this guy staying asleep. It won't kill us anyways, like, regardless. And we're going to try and get out some big damage with Infest plus Stomping Tantrum. And then that should lock in both of them, and then I can Tantrum and then put myself in a good position here. We should live a Flare Blitz as well. If they want a Parting Shot, they can Parting Shot. They're going to have to take some damage, and then I'm going to get an Infest on whatever comes in, and then that's trapped in. So this is, like, regardless, a good position. Toxapex will just, like, get smoked by a Psychic Fangs here, so I'd be really surprised to see it not Protect. I think they have to try and wake up with Incin, or pivot out. But either way, it's fine with me. Torkoal takes unrecoverable damage outside of Heal Pulse. Aromathief takes unrecoverable damage in general, so these are all okay things for me, I think. These are all things I'm cool with. But we'll see. We shall see. We shall see. They're definitely thinking. They're going to stay asleep. They try to fake out, which I think is fine. They did keep the other guy around and alive, which is very interesting. And not switch it. So we're going to get an Infest off on Incin. They're going to try and Toxic, expecting a switch. Maybe they just ran out of time. Thinking about what to do here. I'm not quite sure. But regardless, I think this is wraps. I don't think there's actually a way back in for them. I don't think there's a way back in for them. But yeah. We will go ahead and I think just click Protect. Plus Psychic Fangs, right? Yeah, we'll just Protect Psychic Fangs. I guess Protect was kind of dumb, but it's all good. I don't think it particularly matters. If Vincent stays asleep one more turn, it's fine. If it wants to Flare Blitz, it's also fine. Maybe just Stomping Tantrum into it because it's going to die is also fine. But getting damage on the Toxapex will also speed up this process big time. Maybe I'm being a little bit, what do you call it? Maybe I'm being a little bit hasty with my decision here, but who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Okay, I think they might just be at the point where they're, like, timing out because they're thinking of a way to get back in, but I think they're pinned. I think the Protect was kind of dumb. They're gonna get off of Psychic Fangs. They're gonna take a ton of damage. Incin's gonna stay asleep, which is good for me. Toxic, I think they're just, like, timing out. Maybe they're it also could be tilt, like being angry that they're not getting to switch. Or like not getting to really play, so they're just letting it go to timer as like a screw you kind of thing, which is honestly fair. So, we'll see. We'll see. No matter what they go into, they're kind of boned, right? I think no matter what they go into, they're kind of boned. Because I can, like, Protect plus Toxic into Torkoal. I can just Meteor Mash into a Romantis. And we should be good to go. We'll end off on a win today, which I'll take. I haven't been playing super well, like, the last couple days. I don't know what it is. I've just been super struggling on the ladder. Full transparency, it took me a while to record this video because I was really struggling for a while. I'm on a bit of a skid. I try not to cut out like losses or anything like that. Obviously, you saw the game before this was a loss. But obviously, it's not a very interesting video to watch someone lose like 3 games straight and then win only 1. So this video took me a while to record. I'm not gonna lie. I think the team is good. I think it's literally just what do you call it? I think it's just me playing kind of poorly. And even in that Metagross game that we lost, I think I played kind of poorly. I think we lost 2 in this. One of them we just lost. It was to the Metagross. The other one, like, got a little money. Okay, so there's gonna be an armies. I think it's literally just giving them like whatever. They're yeah, there we go. And do a forfeit. I was gonna say this is taking a really long time, but yeah, we'll take it. We ended off on a win. It's a little bit longer because first and last game were pretty stally and pretty long, but hey. That's Pex for you. That's Pex Lax, which I think it showed how strong it is into like these hard trick room teams. It was really, really annoying for them to deal with. Thankfully, no like Mega Mawile or anything like that. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy today's video and you enjoyed showcasing the showcase of Mega Metagross, be sure to drop a like as well as sub to the channel. I really appreciate it a ton. Yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Later.